trying to work something out. Motherfucker, did I ask you what you trying to do? Motherfucker, get out there and do something.
Yeah, they got to get rid of Miko. And
yeah, but that's what.
And Portis, man, he didn't digress so much. They might as well trade him.
Man, Grant ain't shit. Look, the only people they got for Derrick Rose wasn't shit. I understood why they got rid of Rose. It was time for both sides to split. But under no circumstances did I expect us to keep these balls. I expected Grant to keep the biggest. And they expect us to keep him. I'm like, man, dude, then you ain't no kind of coach. 1 minute you bench your Rondo, then he coming off the bench, then he's starting, then Carter Williams starting, then you starting. Man, I'm like, dude, you ain't even playing Portis.
I think that's management.
Yeah, of course it's management. That's what I'm saying. But they was trying to say they got rid of Tibbs because he wasn't playing the younger players. This crew doing the same thing. That's what I'm saying. But he being a fucking puppet, and they gonna fire his ass just as a PR move. Well, you know, we had to can him. The team weren't responding to him. Of course they're gonna respond to him. This motherfucker's a B-level coach. He had no business coaching in the NBA. Period.
You see, Butler gave him the what? Man, forget that. I ain't talking.
Yeah, exactly. So I said, fuck off. Yeah, that's what they need to do. Like, look, man, if Butler really want to get traded, he just come out and say, this motherfucker ain't shit.
See, Butler don't want to leave. He know, like, look, this is my city. This is my team. Everybody else better fall in line. And that's what's going on. But Wade, I'm like, Wade is shooting way too much. I'm like, what is he doing? Now, Butler like, look, I'll be the point. Because everybody else just coming down here chucking up shots. And that's crazy. Trying to be a hero. And get stacked.
Because they ain't got no coach. They ain't running no fucking play.
I'm like, Wade out here shooting I'm like, what is Wade doing? Why ain't think that's 05?
The fuck he supposed to do? Throw the ball to Miko? Weak ass? Shit. But Butler's problem is he don't do this shit every night. You can't be no nigga get 41 games and the rest of the week you 15 and come talking about what everybody else doing. You ain't earned them straight.
That's because he got to go get the ball. Because you got Carter Williams, who don't. All he looking for is the pass. He's a turnover kid. He can't shoot.
Like I said, okay, what nigga do something. Do something. All that talking, motherfucker think he good. I know he ain't good. Show me. All right, he was yelling last year. Man, this motherfucker can't go. Do something. Do something.
Yeah. And I'll tell you, Dwayne Wade don't get in line. Butler about a half second away from sticking something.
Get in line. Well, he ain't gonna get in line for that. He ain't gonna say shit to D Wade. You believe that? The pecking order starts with him. You know what it is. Respect will be paid. He ain't gonna never walk up to Wade and say shit, but yes, sir. What did you want to do? What's wrong with you?
Well, I'm telling you, he better understand it's Jimmy's team. Now, if he want to go, he can go. but the name stays home. The name stays home.
The name ain't shit. That's why they doing about 1.5 off now. Nobody coming to see this motherfucker. He ain't filling up no seats.
Hey, Wade ain't filling up no seats. He out there too.
Bullshit. I come to see Gabrielle staring ass the way he doing over too.
I mean, you the only one because you holding on to the dream. Wade is done. I mean,
motherfucker, Dwayne Wade is doing. He's still averaging 20 a game at fucking 30.
Yeah, he's looking for stats. I want winners. I'm like Butler. I want winners.
He overachieving. Wade like I'm supposed to be on the maintenance program, nigga. I ain't even supposed to be doing this shit. I'm supposed to be saving myself, but I can't save myself because the reason is
they paying you 20-something million a season. What you mean saving yourself? You better be out here working, trying to win.
Motherfuckers motherfucking, he on cruise control. He's supposed to be on the maintenance program. He thought this nigga was a killer. He like, alright, I can take off against these Coos and we'll get a win. He gotta play the back-to-back now because this Cool can't beat the Coos by himself.
Look.
You're supposed to be able to beat the damn Mavericks and the damn... Some of these teams are supposed to be state games.
Look, the rest of these teams are losers, either by birth or by choice.
Exactly.
Butler's the only winner on the team. Let's get that assessed. Portis is an alcoholic. I told you that when he spilled the doggone drink on me at the casino and cost me my chips.
See, that's personal, man. That's crowd. We ain't got nothing to do.
Personal is showing up on the court. He did nothing this whole season. So I assess his whole off season, he's just been getting drunk, spilling strawberry daiquiris on people.
Oh, no. Now, I give you that. He looks bad as hell. He needed some kind of shake. Now, I give you that. But he still should be playing. That's why I'm like, dude, you playing Lopez too much. We playing him like 30 minutes a game. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and then the thing that all this LeBron crime when they tried to sneak a trade in, Phil Jackson trying to get Melo over there for.
Hell yeah, he trying to go on promotion. Okay, LeBron won't help. We know he the GM. Let's see if I can slide it in. Yeah. That's when the GM like, wait a minute, this nigga run the team, but fuck that, he don't run it like that.
Yep.
Take that, man.
Yeah, I was like, that's why I told him he had to pull out a white card. I'm like, white people don't normally pull theirs out. Here come the white card.
Yeah, because he was doing too much. They like, damn, nigga, all you have to do is just come and tell us like you did with Black. Just say, fire the motherfucker when you did it. You can't go out here embarrassing us like that, like we ain't shit.
Yep. Yeah, management had to let him know, like, look, okay, we gotta show you something. We let you run the show too long. we gotta pull that white card out. Show you right now.
I know what they saying, and they got a point. I don't want to hear, nigga, we got everybody you asked for. What the fuck you mean the roster ain't good enough?
Exactly.
Just that Corver for your ass.
Make it enough.
We gave you everybody you wanted. Now all of a sudden they some cool. The fuck you want me to do?
Yup. Now I'll be like, go on and win games. These the players you wanted. No, man, why we couldn't get this dude and that dude? No, dude, you ain't the GM. Yo, you are a player. Your job is to play.
Okay, but see, if Butler and Wade stay there, I agree. Because they got a bunch of cool. Motherfucking Cleveland they got a formidable team. You got, okay, Kevin Love ain't no superstar, but he's still an all-star. He can get you 20 points a game. He can get you 30 if you're hot.
Yeah, I feel like Skip. Skip was like, man, y'all was jumping up for joy when y'all got Kyle Korver. Talking about,
Exactly.
He finna save the day and all this, and I was jumping up for joy.
That's what I'm saying.
Now all of a sudden LeBron ain't got no help. He's like, oh well, look, let's look at the facts. LeBron James ain't closing the games. He ain't closing the show. He playing too many minutes. What kind of stuff is that? LeBron playing too many minutes. He ain't got nobody to give him no rest. Who did he have last year to come give him a blow? Him or Kyrie? I'm like, what is you talking about? He chose that bum, J.R. Smith. They didn't want J.R. back. They didn't need that bum.
That's what I'm saying.
Yep, you got that bum Jones who only played in that NBA 2K.
The Jones is Jack Haley, like what Ron said. He was there because he is boy. But he ain't making no money. He ain't the problem. The problem is you strong arm these motherfuckers into giving Thompson bum ass $90 million when he had deserved it to have from him.
Oh yeah, Thompson should have been gone. He's terrible.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He forced him to doing that. He was like, I ain't signing the contract. He was on that bullshit. So,
yeah, and I'm like, you need to work with Thompson and get that bum back on track. He gonna leave his pregnant girlfriend, his pregnant wife, to go on over there and messing with a Kardashian. And I was like,
ain't no back on track for what? He a fucking
Yeah.
Rappers should get $40 million. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, when you see Joakim Noah get that kind of money, and you like, man,
exactly.
What is going on here?
On two bad knees. That's what's wrong with the Knicks. They should have just signed him for 1 year like Roosevelt. Other teams wanted him. Let him go. Shit. Now they realizing that that's a mistake. And they trying to freeze him out. They trying to do the bullshit ass injury to make it look like they ain't just benching him.
Yeah, and now they trying to do a deal with Chris Paul and trying to get him to Cleveland. They trying to secretly work on the deal to try to get Chris Paul to Cleveland. I'm like,
and I've been told you that.
I'm like, if they do a deal, and when they wouldn't let Chris Paul play with Kobe, the NBA came in, the league came in, and just with no excuse at all.
Nigga, Chris Paul ain't finna go there to be no damn sub. Fuck me. They had to trade Kyrie.
Do you think he gonna fit
Cleveland
in?
Is not finna give up Kyrie Irving for Chris Paul.
No.
I like Chris Paul, but he's 32. So yeah, it don't make no sense.
No, it's Kevin Love's on the block. They already let that be known. He's the one on the block.
But what I'm saying is, you trade Kevin Love for Chris Paul, right? Chris Paul gonna have to come off the bench. He ain't coming off no goddamn bench.
No, he's gonna start.
Kyrie Irving ain't coming off no motherfucking bench.
Kyrie's gonna start too.
Oh man,
Kyrie's gonna be the 2. Chris Paul is the 1, and that's all LeBron want. He ain't gotta carry the ball up no more. He could take a break. That's all he want. The rest of the coups gotta fall in line. Cause he know that team is a bunch of bums, but like Skip saying, wasn't nobody saying nothing when they beat Golden State. He's like, they beat Golden State with these bums. Now Golden State is the best team in the league, right? And they just won. So how he can't win with these guys?
But my issue, Kevin, is how the fuck you gonna call them bums if you demanded to keep them?
Exactly.
Everybody on that fucking roster, you forced them to keep.
Exactly.
You forced them to go get Kevin Love. You said, I don't trust this kid Wiggins. I ain't got time to wait around to see if he gonna be good. I want a guy who already off. So they gave you that. Then you find out Kevin Love ain't shit but a punk ass white boy. Then you like, man, he's soft. Well, what the fuck you want them to do?
Yeah.
They gave you what you wanted.
Yeah, but Cleveland looking at it like this too. We need a white boy out there. Cal Korver, yeah, he might look like Ashton Kutcher, but Ashton Kutcher ain't hot.
Korver's not a bad move. Korver can shoot.
Korver can shoot. It just don't work in that offense. He don't fit in their offense. And I tried to tell these bums over and over again. Kyle Korver you gotta understand how he plays. LeBron them don't run the type of offense, and Kyrie.
What you mean you gotta understand how he play? All you gotta do is when you come in the game, run him off the screen. That's how you can get your rhythm. LeBron can sit on his ass for 5 minutes, and Kyrie can just run. You can run Korver off some screens for 2-3 minutes, and he can pop a couple of threes.
But see, that's what I'm trying to say. He's like McDermott. He's hot and he's cold. When he gets cold, he's mentally out of the game. That's why the playoffs, he always disappears. He's a Rashad Lewis.
Yeah, but
these guys, mentally, they can't be the guy.
But Kevin, that's why he's called a role player. You put him in for 5 minutes, if he ain't, you ride him. If he ain't, you take his ass out.
Yeah, but I think they want him out there on the court.
No, they don't. They gave him for the same reason they got Shannon Fry. Shannon Fry can shoot a 3 if he open. But he don't play no damn D. Everyone don't like they need to dump him. But again, that's another person that you wanted LeBron wanted.
No, Shannon Fry needs more time on the floor. That's what I think.
Man, motherfucking Shannon Fry is done.
They said the same thing about Jefferson. Oh, about Richard Jefferson. They said the same thing about him. He was done. And he started killing.
No, Richard Jefferson Jackson's still athletic. He still play defense.
Yeah, he played defense like that 30 to 35 and older basketball 3-on-3 tournaments.
Richard Jefferson is perfect for that team because he is scrapper. He don't do the dirty hustle plays.
Exactly.
He don't get the steal to start the fast break. No, you need somebody like that. Shannon Fry ain't gonna play no deep. He just gonna stand out there and wait for the nigga to give him a wide open shot. That's what I'm saying. Like, you got too many players like that. You got the James Jones, that's your boy. He can hit an open three if you leave him open. But that's why he's saying you need playmakers. But again, you pick these niggas. You know Shannon Fry ain't no playmaker. He just shoot if he open. So, if you got, okay, you don't leave Shannon Fry open, he's obsolete. And he ain't playing no deep. If you don't leave Kyle Corbin open, he's obsolete. He ain't playing no deep. But you built the team like that. You said, me and Kyrie gonna make the plays and we gonna just kick it to these niggas and they open. So how you gonna complain if this is the way you designed the team to be? They picked everybody you picked out, nigga. Now I can see Butler and Wade's beef. They ain't picked none of these bums. So, you know, Pack's giving you these bums. So I understand their frustration. But you single-handedly picking all the niggas you complaining about sound ridiculous.
That is correct. 100%. I have no disagreement there.
That's that crybaby shit, man. This nigga really went over there. We ain't got nobody. What the fuck, nigga? What bullet for that nigga?
Then he looking at Golden State and how Golden State got deep.
That's what this shit is all about. And that's what that motherfucker was like. Gilbert was like, nah, squeeze that. I ain't finna go get no fucking Carmelo cause you crying. Fuck that. Fuck him. You wanted this team. You put me over the luxury tax to put these motherfuckers in. Cause he was gonna get rid of all the motherfuckers.
Certainly was.
Gilbert was like, I got my shit. We did what we came to do. You talking about some motherfucking, then you start strong on the motherfuckers. We need to keep J.R. Smith and Gilbert like who was? Shit, that's what this was. You paying these role players motherfucking 60, 70 million that they don't deserve. Then you mad because I'm like, dude, you done drained the damn bank. You hitting them for the max, for 2 years for the max.
Yeah, and then he talking about he giving them a wake-up call.
No, he is. I know what he doing. He telling them to go get somebody, but all he gonna bring is some names. All the fuck he had to do was say, look, man, we should try to go get Raymond Felton. We need to back up point guard in case me and Kyrie get hurt or we need to get a blow. All he had to do is just go up to the office and say that or text it. They would have did that.
Yep.
They would have did that.
And I'm like, they ain't finna get Chris Paul. I'm like, why would Chris Paul lead the Clippers?
Chris Paul ain't finna leave no LA to go here.
Right.
Who's got a better chance of getting Chris Paul than him?
And I'm like, Melo wasn't finna accept that trade anyway. That's what I told him. I'm like, they ain't even brought it to Melo yet. If they'd have said, yeah, they was gonna go and ask Melo, like, look, you want to play with LeBron.
No, Phil Jackson did that because he trying to piss Melo off to make Melo say, I'm leaving. But what motherfuckers don't understand is Carmelo don't give a fuck about winning. He like New York. His wife like New York. He's staying.
Yep. You're right.
That's just what it is.
They screwed up when they gave him the no trade clause. So they stuck with him.
But no, that's what people said. They putting their frustrations out on Carmelo when the frustrations really need to go out on motherfucking Phil Jackson. He the one that's for bringing all this outrageous shit.
Oh, yeah, I've been talking about Phil because he ain't no GM.
What I'm saying, see, he gets a pass for making racist comments, for signing Noah to motherfucking $75 million that he don't deserve. He ain't got 4 years in him.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Don't nobody call him on this, though. Just like with the Bulls.
Well, no, they calling for him in New York, but here it stay on deaf ears. It don't hit the main circuit like it should.
But that's what I'm saying. It don't they more focused on what the fuck LeBron's saying or what Jimmy Butler and Wade's saying.
Yep.
When we need to be focusing on why the fuck Pax put this weak ass team together. How many times you gonna give him a pass for this shit?
Yep, Pax needs the bingo. He hit a coach.
But they always want to come with some fucking excuse. That's when I'm like, man, Ryan's doing the Pax. He run the fucking Bulls the same way he run the damn Sox. The only reason they doing the rebuild with the Sox is because the Cubs won. That's it. That's all.
Yep.
Like, all right, I'm gonna try this rebuild shit, and then if it don't work, I just fire this motherfucker and keep getting.
Yeah, you knew that was gonna happen. Once the Cubs won, the Sox like, shoot, we got to get off our butts now.
Yeah.
And plus the new owner of that stadium. Whenever you get a new ownership, you see they didn't change their name now. Some other bank own it. They gotta win some games. They like, look, you want us to put our name out there.
And I'm like, the fans finally fixed it. That's why he had to do the buy one, get one half off, because motherfuckers ain't coming. I'm like, that's all you gotta do. That's all the players gotta do. Stop coming to this shit. The only thing you affect owners is through their pocket. They'll get fucked with your opinions if they still selling out. Even now with the Bulls. Motherfucking Reinsdorf know they ain't gonna win no championship. He ain't trying to win no championship. He's trying to be good enough to make the playoffs. But it's too much heat going on there. See, Dwayne Wade ain't used to this kind of mediocre ass manager. So he like, what the fuck is this? He done came from a winning organization. Pat Riley ain't that kind of nigga that says, oh, okay, we're gonna just get a couple of coups. If you do that, that's only for 1 year. Like, yeah, we gonna go get him. But the Bulls don't do that. And he like, look, man, I'm out here. This is embarrassing.
Yeah, and then Dez Bryant out there at the practice today with Odell Beckham Jr. They laughing and giggling. And yeah, man, running these little play drills. I'm like, look, I couldn't be doing all this. This is too, even the Pro Bowl, man. I'm like, I'll still be fuming.
Look, man, it's just a new day, man. What the fuck? That's why I like Dak and Zeke. They don't be on all that weekend shit. Dak do not be on that shit at all.
Yes.
He gives you great respect, but he do not be on that silly ass shit.
Yeah.
He ain't interested in none of the song and dance.
That's right. When Skip, he already was like, yep, it's from listening to Jerry talk. He's like, I already know Jerry, man. He ain't finna move. He ain't gonna move Tony. Tony gonna be the starting quarterback next year, and Dak going back to the bench. And that's gonna be the worst decision in Dallas football history. He's like, it's just terrible. He's like, it's gonna be terrible, and it's not gonna be right. He gonna play one more season with Tony to see if we can go, and it's just gonna destroy the whole chemistry of the Cowboys. He's like, I see it coming. I'm afraid when he keep talking about, like, we all need to cool out. Shadoway, what you mean we? It's been you. You the one said everything stops with you. Garrett said, well, we going to talk about this as a team. And he was like, oh, no, the buck stops here with me. I'll make that decision.
It's the same thing. It's the motherfucker. You know you need to get a coach. You ain't going to get rid of Garrett because that's your puppet boy. It's the same thing. It's the ego thing.
Yeah, and I'm like, my goodness, dude, you in here talking about...
Because he's just determined to win with his people so he can prove everybody wrong. And I'm like,
yep.
You ain't... It's been 20 years. When you going to swallow your pride? Damn.
Yeah.
Just make them... You good in marketing. Make some money. Get the players. But
right. Tony just took this picture with Elway and everybody thinking he going to Denver.
Yeah.
Tony out there, everybody, so that's what we all need to cool out on the talk and putting Tony's name out there and what's going to happen with Tony.
No, see, well, he's going to get traded. And it's the position whether Jerry want to keep him or not. Yeah. It ain't really shit he can do. Because that's one thing about Cowboys fans. They ain't there. It'll get physical. It's a fucking riot out there. It ain't gonna be y'all, okay, well, we were Romo and we gonna swap. Dallas fans don't roll like that.
Yeah, I saw them knock that Green Bay fan out after the game.
Yeah, it's gonna be repercussions.
They knocked him right out of his cheese hat. Stick!
They'll be throwing shit at Jerry Jones, man. If they fucking, if you do that shit.
Well, yeah, though, that's the thing is people. But this is what y'all fans is asking for. We need to put Tony in and see what Tony can do. Like Jerry said, they are possessed by Jerry Jones. Yeah, all on y'all chat room. That's all they talking about.
That's a misconception, man. That's like 20%. 80% of us is like, fuck business.
Yeah, Tony can make those throws. Aaron Rodgers was making what? What is he thinking? Tony can roll out and make those plays Aaron Rodgers was making. Yeah, Tony can roll out and make those plays Aaron Rodgers was making that week against us. I'm like Dak wasn't doing nothing. I'm like
I told you during the game, if they would have put that nigga in when we was down by 18 points, that nigga would have came right in and tried to force the ball in the triple coverage trying to go deep. And it would have been picked off. And we would have been done. I'm like, that whole drive is why I said, I don't know why the fuck y'all keep talking about Romo. Dak was poorly. He led the troops down. He led them back. The team rolled with him. It's his team now. Even with didn't admit. It's just time to move on. It's Dak and Zeke time now. And if Dez don't want to be a part of it, he can get the fuck on too.
And I was like, this the first season I said, well, Dez played a great game.
Yeah.
And nobody really gave him credit.
Because Dak checked his punk ass. I told you. The shit been straight. After that damn Dez game, he probably came to him like, look, because he got embarrassed. When Shannon and him was talking about him, like, nigga, you got embarrassed. And I know what Dak was saying. Okay, I'm going to you all game, motherfucker. You the reason we lost this game. Because I was fucking with you. Scored the all the damn picks he got was fucking with Dad. 2 of them he slipped, and 1 of them he fumbled.
Yeah, nah.
The other game again, nah, I'm saying. So, what we need is a burner. Terrence Williams got to get the fuck out of there. That's the problem. We got Dez. We got Coleslaw to work the middle. We got to get us a burner. And we got a motherfucking figure. I mean, we got to get us a Spidey. Because Wade ain't got too many dope more years now.
All he got to do is catch and fall down. That's all he got to do because he ain't going to get you nothing moving forward. And they still trying to get that race going. Like, man, you think you can... Jason Witten is an active football player. You 48. You think you can outrun Jason? Yes, I know I can outrun Jason Witten. What in the world are y'all talking about?
I mean, but Jason Witten wasn't never no speedster. See, those are the newer tight ends. He's a throwback tight end. He's like fucking Bavaro and he's a block first tight end, and he catch the ball underneath. These newer tight ends, Gonzalez and Gates started that. We just don't.
That's why you don't throw to him. That's why they was like, why you think they gave the ball to him for? You don't throw the ball to him in that situation. I was like, they right. Do not throw the ball to Witten. He ain't gonna break it. He ain't gonna. If it's a 3rd and 10, you don't throw a 6-yard slant to Witten. Because he ain't gonna get you nothing after the catch.
No, you should have threw the coleslaw. Because Dez probably would have got the double team, and that's when you go to coleslaw. But again, they got to go to Witten because this fucking Terrence Williams can't win. That's why you need a speed guy. Because if Dez and Witten is drawing attention, you're supposed to have a guy who can win one-on-one. He's supposed to be Alvin Hunt, and he ain't fucking Alvin Hunt.
Yeah, then the Steelers, man, my goodness. It's like, I think Big Ben trying to get brother fired.
Yeah, of course he is.
I'm like, no, Big Ben, not you. Somebody like he been trying to do it all season. He been defying Tomlin all season. I was like, man, yeah.
It's blatant.
I'm like, yeah, he talking about retiring. And he ain't gonna come back, and it'll be all Tomlin's fault.
Fuck him. It ain't Tomlin's fault. It ain't Tomlin's fault. This bitch ass nigga Bell laid down on him. I can't run. Get somebody to step in for. What the fuck is that? I was like, that shit look just like LT. When he laid down, he's sitting over there with a jacket looking like a sucker. But he the best back in the league, right? You changing the game. Yeah, right.
Yep.
You motherfucker, he's hurt every year. That's what I'm saying. And you gonna give him a max deal? What the fuck do you mean? You need to get some people on defense. You got Harrison, yeah. He worked out like a beast, but he's taking steroids, but he's still 38. You can't have your best pass rusher being 38, and you ain't got no secondary. You playing that weak-ass zone. I'm like, that shit worked with the Chiefs. It really didn't work against the Chiefs. They had to give y'all the flag.
Yep.
Because the Chiefs would have gave them a better game, because the Chiefs is physical. They wouldn't have been playing no soft-ass zone. They'd have been playing man-to-man, and they'd have been blitzing his ass just like Houston was doing. If they was laying some wood on them motherfuckers, they just ain't had no damn quarterback. That's why I wouldn't be surprised if Romo went there. They might say, look, fuck this Osweiler shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They looking like, but Osweiler, whatever, I don't know. They married to that $70 million deal.
That's what I'm saying. That's what we should do if we Dallas. Because we'll take the younger player and that nigga can bag up that. That way if something happen to that, we ain't. I mean, I don't like that nigga like that, but he better than fucking Sanchez.
Yeah, they just had Sanchez just to grab him. I mean, he had a great game against the boys when they played. That's all they saw.
He's a bum. He's a fucking bum.
I mean, you know you a bum when somebody trades you. You think you up for the starting job. Somebody was willing to trade you right before the start of the season. They was like, well, we don't know who's gonna be the starter for the Eagles starting off.
We can have Michael Vick doing with the shit. Michael Vick could be our third string over him. This is bullshit.
Nope. And then here comes Steve Kerr though. That's what every time the Warriors get rolling, they always go into some stupid comparisons with Michael Jordan and all this. I'm like, Curry had a couple of good games, and now the kids relate more to Curry than they do Michael Jordan. I'm like, why would you say some of that? That's the dumbest statement I've ever heard from a coach. I was like, they just want to put Michael Jordan's name to Curry. Mike should come over there one time and go and slap Steve Kerr right there, whoop him again, and put his hands on him like, look, man, don't put my name with Curry no more. All right? How you gonna relate to young kids more than us, than Michael Jordan? He's still relating to kids. Who you think buying his Jordans and all that? It's the kids. He had kids drinking that nasty Gatorade. They didn't even like to drink Gatorade. It was nasty. But they did it. You want to be like Mike. He had a doggone song for kids. What is you talking about?
Cuz, nigga. They don't like that nigga. They trying to phase him out.
They ain't got no choice. That's the thing. Michael Jordan is the icon of the NBA. These kids have never seen him play. And they will argue you all day he was the greatest player. I'm like, dog.
I get that.
You 14. You ain't seen Mike dribble a basketball.
You gotta understand the racism of the situation. This a light-skinned nigga. He shoot. They want to market him.
Oh yeah, you know that. Light skin,
yeah.
Their best friend.
They want to market these niggas. That's what LeBron know what's going on. That's why he's trying to get as many chips as he can for his league. He like, fuck this nigga. That's why I found myself rooting for LeBron more. Cause I mean, goddamn, it's insulting the day he was compared to being better than LeBron. I'm like, this fucker can't do shit but shoot three.
Yeah, but he's light skinned.
No, that's the fuckery. Everybody keep complaining about the NBA, but I've been seeing it coming. That's because they trying to make all the teams like the Warriors.
Oh yeah, man. Well, that's what they want. Everything is fantasy now. Everything is fantasy. So they got all these young kids, and it's all about scoring and more points.
It's not really fantasy. They just making the NBA the European league.
Yeah.
So they can incorporate these white boys. That's why they don't make it physical. They taking all the athleticism out of the game.
Exactly. They want people to score points, get rebounds. They play fantasy basketball, and stats is the new number. They ain't caring about wins and losses. It's all about, they want 113 games to 108. They want those games. Man, my man got 13 rebounds though. I'm like, yeah, you gonna help it. Ain't nobody stopping anybody. It's like an all-star game every week. It's just like, okay, yeah, you score, I take it out. I'm like, somebody going for a dunk. Don't nobody want to be in a pile. I ain't gonna get posterized. I'm gonna get out the way. You might block it if you try. I'm like, this would have never happened in the 80s. If you got a dunk, you earned it. You were dunking on 3 people. Because they happen to be in the way. Everybody trying to jump out the way. I ain't gonna be in the poster. He ain't gonna put me on Sports Center. Yeah, you are gonna be on Sports Center. You gonna be the dude that stepped out the way and let him dunk. I don't think none of these bums think straight. They don't think about winning no more. They think about stats. That's how that whole thing with Tomlin thing set off.
Well, they didn't spoil them because you undermine the coach because you take his authority away because you let the players have more control. You see what the fuck LeBron pretty much running the fucking team. Coach can't get no order. That's what I'm saying. You might as well just fire Hoiberg now. Nobody respects him. Nobody ever respects him. How you think he gonna come in there now at the Butler and everybody think he's gonna put some cools? All that shit is the coaching job.
Yep.
He don't run no plays. He ain't developing nobody. That's like, okay, you got rid of Tibbs because he wasn't playing nobody. Okay. But you bring this motherfucker in, he ain't playing the rookies either, and he ain't developing nobody. So you could have just kept Tibbs. But no, Tibbs wasn't going to kiss your ass, and he told you if you try, he ain't no band leader. You bring your ass down there, he ain't done so whoop your ass. He gave your ass that Ice Cube. So why it ain't going to be like that? Because I'll whoop your ass. That's why. That's what Tibbs gave him. Yeah, you can pop all that shit all you want, but you bring your ass in his office and try to swing on me like they're an girl. It ain't gonna happen. I ain't no band leader. Yeah, I heard that story.
You gonna try any of that rough stuff with me? Hey, I ain't no band leader.
Yeah, it's exactly what Tibbs told him. That's what it was like, okay, this motherfucker ain't gonna fall in line. He gotta go. And then they was like, well, tell your boy Van Gundy to stop calling us a bad organization. And he's like, oh, fuck ya. Shit, Tibbs had already done enough then. Well, he was like, shit, I done done enough for y'all, boy. Prove I'm a good coach. I ain't doing this job I want. I ain't putting a motherfucking kissed up for y'all. Man, tell your friends, stop talking about me. Nah, fuck y'all. Shit. I ain't winning with these bombs y'all giving me. Y'all ain't giving me no talent. He had the bench mob and they got rid of everybody. And he like, well, what the fuck you want me to do? You giving me motherfucking Augustine and Nate Robinson. Well, these motherfuckers started for 7. He had no idea what the fuck job. He was working with, that's what I'm saying, he was working with the talent he had. They was overachieving then. And we was acting like Noah just got bad. I'm like, he been a bum. Tibbs just was getting the most out of him.
Yeah. And now That's why, what's his name? He ready to stick it to the doggone Patriots this week, though. What's his name? Joe Polano. Because Joe Polano, as soon as his house got burnt down, he was an ex-Patriot. Patriot that even kept. Days after his house was destroyed, his apartment went up in flames. They were like, thank you for your support. You are now cut by the New England Patriots. And now he on the roster. Well, now he's gonna be the difference maker.
One thing I say about some damn Patriots, they don't give a fuck about this. I mean, it's business. It's in person.
Oh yeah, you go. That's what they said. Brown in a contract year would have done what they happened on the Steelers. No way, he'd be gone. It was like Tomlin. He's a players coach. Belichick them. They the San Antonio Spurs of the NFL. That's how they worry about the system. You ain't finna come in here and run no system. Ain't no one player but the system. We gonna run this thing the way we run it. Tom Brady is Tim Duncan. He just gonna be right there.
Yeah.
Everybody gonna fall in line, and that's that.
Well, your ass.
But I do like that Wade did that. Wade said, you know what? If you gonna stand up and say something, then I'm gonna stand up and say something too. I'm gonna stand with you.
Yeah, Wade already said if they get rid of Butler on me, like I said, I just don't think Jimmy Butler no superstar like you think. But I mean, I do recognize that he's the best player on the team other than Wade. I mean,
other than Wade.
Yeah.
You holding on to a dream still. Wade is done, man. He's done.
Look here, man. When Butler go to my Wade jersey's retired. There's a Wade now.
I understand the man's legacy, man, but he's done. He's done. You gotta let it go, man. He's done. Those Miami days is over. He might pull out one of those nights, but it's over, man. It's over.